Yo guys, hope you guys are all doing well. So welcome to the first episode of TBF PODCAST. It's kind of the first episode, but I feel like we'll just call it like, it's like episode 0.
It's like the introductory video.
Yeah, so it's episode 0. We're going to be going through the intro, kind of just introducing ourselves so you guys can get to know us a little bit better and kind of what to expect on the podcast over the, coming, months, years to come. And yeah, after this, we're just going to start rolling with it. But yeah, I thought today would be a good time for you guys to get to know Harvey, Mr. Primal Marine, and obviously myself, also known as Crypto Da Vinci. So, yeah, obviously, for those of you that are coming to this page, most of you probably coming from my Instagram, so you guys obviously know about me already, but a little bit of kind of info about me is, kind of normal kind of background to things in terms of I was, going through education, currently 19 years old, live in London, and, I kind of came across investing in the first lockdown in March. Obviously, before that, I was studying A-levels, maths, physics, economics. Nothing too crazy. I was just your average Joe, and I was someone that was I was quite an academic guy. This is probably something that Harvey doesn't know that much. But yeah, I was like very, very focused in school. It was like
it's like the complete opposite to me.
Yeah,
literally
like,
complete opposite to me.
I was proper focused in school.
Yeah.
So like in A-levels, I got A star, A, B.
Fucking hell.
In maths, physics, and economics. So 3 of the hardest A-levels really.
Yeah.
And then I was doing computer science at uni before I left. But obviously between that period of me, before I got my A-level results and me leaving uni, I started trading. So obviously I came across the platform IM Academy, started learning how to trade Forex, as you know, and then obviously started dabbling into crypto. And then over time, as I started building my expertise, obviously I was dashing like 13, 14 hours a day into the charts at that point. Yeah. Going really hard. And then as I started mastering the skill,
I think that just goes over so many people's heads. Like when they hear like 13, 14 hours on the charts, like
yeah.
I don't think you realise like how long that is. Like how long 13, 14 hours on the charts actually is.
Yeah.
Like, that's more than people at work. Like you normally work like 8 to 10 hours a day. You're on the chart for 13, 14 hours a day.
Yeah.
Like that's
like think about it like this. It's like starting at 12 p.m. midday and finishing at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, disgusting.
Like that kind of like I was putting in a lot of time into the charts. But obviously I had nothing better to do. And obviously you can ask like my friends and stuff during lockdown, like you did not catch me on PS4 like that. So obviously what else was I doing with my time? So that's kind of where it went. And even though it was like Ramadan and stuff, I was still dashing a lot of time. Like you can ask my family, like I was living at my computer, at my desk, and my desk was empty back then because I didn't have it was just a computer. It was just a laptop. So yeah, I was literally just living on that computer, had a couch there, and I was just on Zoom calls and stuff all day.
Couch. I fell asleep on that couch one time.
Yeah, so in the OG days, that couch was here.
Yeah.
And my old angle would be like the stern.
You used to have the TV in that there, innit?
Yeah. This is like old days. Like it was mad. Yeah. So actually, this is before the TV was there. How about that? Yeah. So imagine the sofa was there, then there was a carpet there, and then there was an office chair in front. So that chair here would be there, and there was a little cabinet where that desk is now. There was a cabinet, and the monitor would sit on top of that.
This is before the nice little setup, the nice little everything that's going on. All this
so it was literally a chest of drawers with the screen and the PS4 on it.
Wow.
So it was higher up. So imagine like it's up here, sitting on the chair up here, playing upwards.
Humble beginnings.
So those were those days. That's yeah. So that's when I used to sit. So obviously I was just smashing out mad hours. Then obviously I started getting good. Then obviously I started eyeing up crypto from about October. Then through October, 2020 October, started eyeing up crypto. Next thing you know, I'm seeing it. It's at this point it's at like 8-9k. It's obviously it's at like maybe 10k. Then through November it's jumping 12k, 13, 14k. Then by the end of December, I'm seeing it. It's at 29-30k, and I'm like, okay, I've just seen this thing triple.
Yeah.
I'm not missing out.
Yeah.
So come January, I slapped like a good amount of money into crypto.
Yeah.
And then obviously from there, between there and May, obviously the decent amount of growth. I was happy with it. And then between then, obviously I was growing my team. I had a team of about, at the peak between May, I had a team of nearly 100 people that I was mentoring. And obviously from there, someone in the team started calling me Crypto Da Vinci because of the way I was moving on the Bitcoin chart and calling out trades. And then from there, it just kind of stuck. So I was rolling with it. And then obviously most of my Forex team, they'll call me the Gold King. That kind of just started because there used to be someone else that used to be called the Gold King in the team. Like one of the people that was there before me. And all of a sudden people just started calling me it because I was doing better than him in trading. And I didn't even know that story till he told me. So imagine like a year later of people calling me the Gold King, he's telling me Yeah, by the way, you stole the title from me. I'm thinking, no way. But yeah, because he was in a different team.
Should have just proven it on the charts. Who's the king?
Oh, no, he knew the vibes.
Yeah, exactly. You knew the vibes.
He knew the vibes.
He knew.
So yeah, that's kind of the come up of me in terms of, and then obviously just been grinding throughout. And now obviously TGD was born in 2020 November. And then obviously from there, the team grew. And now obviously TGD's going through a massive rebrand with, with Harvey as well. He's helping, TGD rebrand. He's taking over pretty much like half of, he's taking over like the whole fitness side of TGD, and he's going to be talking about that. So when it comes to like the TGD, like everything that's going to be coming TGD, you're going to be seeing both of our faces.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking the clothing, the fitness.
He's dropping the clothing already. He's dropping
them. They can hear about that. They can hear about that. So like all of those things coming, and like all of like even the podcast, like the logo and stuff.
This has been waiting a long time for this to get launched. I can't lie.
I would be real. I've been waiting so long to do a podcast. Bro.
I've had so many of my boys actually do podcasting before. 2 of them actually tried doing it.
Yeah.
And like I don't remember the last time they uploaded an episode. So it's kind of like a thing where if you don't stay consistent with it, it's a thing where it just dies out.
Yeah.
So and I've had opportunities to go on there, do that kind of stuff. I've never really done it. So I've always like wanted to jump on podcasts and all that kind of stuff, because who doesn't really like listening to podcasts? Like I could listen to a podcast when I'm washing the dishes, when I'm in the gym, when I'm if I've got like a long journey or something, I'll just listen to a podcast. Like it's just the new kind of norm.
100%. Yeah, podcast is becoming like,
it's very, very big. Podcast is very big industry.
It's like the new music.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like instead of people listening to like the like LBC. Stuff like that. It's like it's people listen to podcasts
100%.
now. Like, because it's like, it's not music.
It's the urban LBC.
Yeah, it's like,
It's literally the urban LBC.
It really is. And then obviously people have their different niches and stuff. So people that are interested in crypto, they'll be listening to a crypto podcast, because you don't really have a crypto radio station.
No, exactly.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, let's not brainstorm now. We do this all the time, literally. Like, we'll be speaking about different things, and then like me or Omar will literally say, oh shit, wait, TD Radio. TG Airways.
TGD Radio sounds sick, bro.
It does. Right.
Yeah, what radio station is it? TGD.
But yeah, let's kind of just focus on this for now.
See where that goes. Let's get this going first. But yeah, so obviously I'm gonna be real. I would not be filming this episode of podcast if Harvey didn't pull up to my yard and said, "Yo, let's record the first episode." Because I'm gonna be real, like I've been trying to do this for so long, and I end up forgetting, or I put it off, or I delay it, or whatever, and then boom, like Harvey's like, let's just do it then. And then he just comes to like, yeah, come Thursday, we're recording. He comes to my house, boom, next thing you know, we recorded it. This is actually the second take, because the first take, the audio.
To connect the audio.
Yeah,
so we're watching we're trying to edit it, and then we're seeing that there's no audio layer on the bottom. We're thinking, what the hell?
Yeah, so that obviously, that was fun. So we're here again, we're doing it. But yeah, obviously that's kind of me and the evolution of things. And now obviously got Harvey. Harvey's gonna be, running the show. As well as me, and like just bringing 2 different brains. Like Harvey's got a completely different lifestyle. Like he's come from a completely different lifestyle, completely different area of London, like completely different upbringing,
London.
Background.
You admit it's in London. You admit it's in London.
You know what I mean, innit? Say cool. But yeah, so obviously he's coming from a different, complete demographic, and he's coming with a completely different skill set and outlook and stuff. And it's really good in terms of like even designing the logo for the podcast. It wouldn't have come together the way it did without him. Like he played a very, very, very big part in the coming together of it. And it's like he came with that creativity, which is where I completely lack. I lack creativity.
Nah, that's not true. That's not true. You don't lack creativity.
I'm not a creative guy.
It's just, yeah.
Like in terms of artsy, I'm not artistic like that.
Yeah.
On the charts, yeah.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like design and stuff, it's just not me. That's a man.
Yeah.
And then so Harvey kind of brought that to life. And then I'm more of a technical, so like using Photoshop, that's where I'm trying to.
Like that was more your kind of thing.
That's
was kind
it.
Of, And by the time this episode comes out, we would have released the all the promotional, all that kind of stuff. So we were kind of like choosing between the whole blue and the black kind of background, but I feel like we have to stay to our colours really, because royal blue and gold, and that's the TGD colorway, man. That's the
TGD colorway. I mean, it's in the bottom left corner right now.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, you guys will probably be able to see it right now. Actually, when this gets posted, the TBF logo should be posted now.
Yeah, the TBF logo will be there when.
We didn't even go over why we called it TBF and how that came about. To be fair, exactly.
So yeah, essentially, the podcast is called To Be Fair, and to be honest, I didn't say To Be Fair like that until I met Harvey. So I'm gonna let Harvey explain how the hell.
Yeah, cool. So like, I don't even know where it came about. Like genuinely, like I don't even know where. I think it was one of my friends. He just always used to say like, "Oh yeah, to be fair."
Wasn't it Poland?
To be fair, yeah. Some guy in Poland, like he literally always just used to say, he was like, oh yeah, to be fair, like all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I was just like, when I first heard him saying it all the time, I was thinking, bro, like, that doesn't even make any sense, innit?
Yeah.
And then I was like, to be fair. And then I just started saying it, and it's just weird. And now you kind of hear it in like every conversation that everyone kind of has, like, oh yeah, to be fair, or this, or oh yeah, to be fair. It's just something that comes up in conversation.
You know what? You know, in like when you're texting and that, and people used to say TBH, TBF.
Yeah.
I never knew what TBF means.
Well,
It never meant. I didn't know what it meant because I just thought they meant to say to be honest.
Oh, and they just fucked up on the hate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then obviously now I know it means to be fair, but it kind of like.
Yeah. But nah, so that's basically just like, because we had another name for the podcast, which was Harbushi Talks. So Harbushi Talks is basically, what's that? It's in Arabic, isn't it?
Harbushi is an Arabic word, and it just means like it's a mess. So obviously it's like
messy talks.
Yeah, like me and Harvey.
We're gonna talk about anything. Because that's the whole point of this podcast. Like this podcast is basically gonna be like not just one thing. So it's not just gonna be crypto, forex, or financial markets, all that kind of stuff. Like it's gonna be such a wide variety of different things that we're gonna be talking about as well. Yeah. Which is, I feel like, it's gonna appeal to a lot more people, because not everybody wants to hear about crypto 24/7. Because I'll be honest, I don't. Like,
100%.
Especially where the market is right now, I don't really want to be hearing about crypto all the time. So but nah, it won't just be forex, or it won't just be like way to make money, because like it'll be about mindset, it'll be about nutrition, it'll be about food, there'll be about lifestyle, there'll be about so many different things, about adversity in life, like all this kind of stuff, and just things that you guys obviously want to hear. Like we're gonna try and make it as interactive as possible. So obviously you guys hold all the power on this podcast. Like we said from the beginning, we want to make sure it's like an audience-driven podcast. So whatever you guys want to hear, whatever you guys want to kind of listen to, it's just basically going to be what you guys want to talk about. We're going to have different people, different guests coming on and all this kind of stuff, different collaborations. But yeah, ideally we want to make it audience-driven, so we're pleasing you lot. But yeah, so a little bit about me. Obviously Omar kind of like give you a little bit of information that I'm from like a completely different part of London. I'm 22. Obviously Omar being 19. We met, when did we meet? We met in August in Stratford. This summer just gone.
After your Krispy Kreme shift.
Yeah, so obviously for those of you who know me, I've been playing football for the last like 4 or 5 years now. Trying to basically be in and out of the pro game. And yeah, just basically like that's all I've kind of really known, because school was never really like my strong point. Like I done well in school, but it just never really stimulated my brain. Like I knew I was never meant for school, innit? I just hate it when someone tells me what to do.
It wasn't like your strong point.
I just hate it when someone tells me what to do. I just really don't understand, like, why do you think you can tell me what to do? Yeah. Like it just never made sense to me, to be honest. But yeah, so school's never really my strong point. Tried going sixth form, ended up getting kicked out of sixth form for playing football when I was supposed to be in lesson. Because I don't know if you guys can see from my lip right here, I was playing football on the playground with one of my boys' brothers in a younger year, and it was raining at the time, and I went to go like hit this full-on volley, and my foot that went to go plant on the floor, there was like a wet leaf on the floor, so as I've stepped, my foot has slipped. Yeah. And my face has just gone like flat on the floor, and this tooth, that's why it's chipped, has gone through here, and it's like bleeding everywhere. Everyone's going crazy. Obviously gone to the doctor's hospital to get fixed, come back. Head of year, Miss Holmes, anybody that went Bishop Ramsey, that was in my year. Miss Holmes, everybody hated her. Like, everybody hated that teacher, bro, honestly. She literally had like all of my stuff, because my stuff was still at school. And she got my stuff from my previous lesson that I was in. She was just like, yeah, don't come back. My mum dropped me back to the gate. She was like, yeah, don't come back. That was my last day in school. That was my last day in school. And then I just started doing like some manual labour, working, just training. And then yeah. But as of recently, so from January to June of 2021, I was playing football in Poland, because basically I got an opportunity to go out there, because obviously we're in lockdown in England, and there was basically like nothing to do. Yeah. So I thought, yeah, why not? No opportunity, new environment, new country, all this kind of stuff. Didn't really know what I was getting myself into. Not really gonna go too much into it now, but yeah, it's just a good experience. So I was living out in Poland for like 6 months, which is really good. Came back, working. Ended up working at Krispy Kreme's, doing like delivery driving and all that kind of stuff. I was working from like 3 o'clock in the morning till like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's how I met Omar. Not through Krispy Kreme's, but ever since I joined I Am Mastery Academy, which was in August. We had like a team little link up in Stratford. Obviously I live on the complete opposite side of London, and I came straight from my shift from 3 till 2, went home, grabbed some food, and then literally got on the train, slept on the train all the way there. Got off in Stratford, obviously met these lot. And it was just kind of the vibe that Omar kind of had when I first met him. It was just like, we were just on the same wave. Like, we literally just ping, 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 ping. It was just crazy. And then, I remember he didn't even have my number saved in his phone. When after the first day that we met each other, we were like talking on Instagram and all this kind of stuff. And then it was literally just a couple of days before I hit P6. And I called you just to let you know I'm gonna hit P6 in this couple of days. And I remember I was asking you about crypto as well, because I was like, how do I move this from this? And you're like, da 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 da. It was very complicated to me at the time, but obviously now it's just standard procedure, innit? But he didn't even have my number saved, and he was like, but who's this? I was like, bro, it's Harvey. What the hell? And he was like, oh, who's in? And he just started talking from there.
Literally.
The office brought us closer to 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
But it was like, fam, me and Harvey's relationship went from, he'd be calling me at like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. He'd be on his way home from somewhere, and he'd be calling me, like, updating me on what's going on. I didn't have his number saved. I just have a random number calling me. I pick it up, and he'd just be like, yeah, what you saying?
What you saying?
And then after he just telling me what's up, and I was like, yeah. And I just never saved his number for a while. So I don't really save that many people's numbers unless they're like close, and then obviously we got closer, and then just started chilling together.
Yeah, because how it really kind of started is we were in the office. So our team had an office in Canary Wharf near Docklands, and you were in the office one day, and I remember somebody speaking about. I remember when I first met you, Chris said that you were a funded trader. And I was like always wondering what that was, and then when you explained it to me, I went, no, I need to learn this, because at the time I was doing HFX and Cass got me into crypto, and obviously I was doing network marketing, all that kind of stuff, and then you basically just started showing me Wyckoff, and I was just like, okay, I need to learn this now. So ever since then I've just been learning Forex with you, and God willing, hopefully by June of this year I'll be a funded trader as well. So that's been the kind of goal. But you've just been a mentor in aspects in life and in everything really, and vice versa, like when it comes to like fitness and just like being there for you as well. Like I feel like our friendship has just evolved such a weird way. But it's always the people that you least expect. Because I'll be honest, like if me and Omar were to stand up next to each other and you to see us walking down the street with each other, we'd be like, why the fuck are they together? Like it just don't make sense, like at all.
It just you
got this proper tall white geezer who's always got a straight face. You got this happy small little Asian geezer just walking.
You know what I mean? It's just a weird.
It's a weird one, but it works. So yeah.
That's it, bruv. It's just like you got a pea and a chickpea in a pod. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason for them to be in the same pod, but they're in the same pod. Yeah. But so now, so obviously, in terms of like your qualifications in fitness, when did that all?
Oh, cool. So this all kind of came down to my mum, to be honest with you, because at the time her company that she was running, so she was basically doing her business, basically like she employs educators to go around to different colleges, universities to like teach about hair and beauty and all this kind of stuff. So she wanted to branch out into like the kind of like the sports industry as well, into the fitness industry as well. That she was going to try and branch out into that, and she said, all right, cool, like you can run that part of the business for me, but you need to get qualified. Like you need to have all this kind of stuff, and plus if football was never to go my way, I'd need like a qualification if I ever wanted to go get experience in the gym. And plus if you're a qualified PT, if you're like qualified PT3 anywhere in the world, you can go and work anywhere in the world. Yeah. Anywhere in the world where they speak English. Or obviously if you went to another country and you learn another language, but it's just like it's so good to learn, because again it's skill sets. Like I say this all the time, like skill sets are way more important than any degree, I believe. Like even though the qualifications that I've got, because someone could say, oh yeah, but that's technically like a degree or qualification in personal fitness and all this kind of stuff, and nutrition, not anatomy and physiology, all that kind of stuff. It is still a skill set. Like you've got to learn, you've got to be a good teacher. Like being a teacher, it takes time. Like being a good mentor takes time. 100%. So it's a skill set. But I feel like sometimes you either have it or you don't. I feel like I've naturally got that skill set, because even some of my boys, like we'd be kicking balls sometimes and I'll be like running the session and they'll be like, Harvey, like bro, like you need to like start coaching, because like your sessions are sick, and plus like you have that way of getting the best out of people when you're motivating them. And but now that's basically like why I've done it as well. So I'm a PT level 3 through Future Fit. I've also got my nutrition course, which I've done on the side of that as well as my advanced A&P. And I've been coached by like top coaches around the world, by Hugh Jackman's PT, Anthony Joshua's personal physio, Jason T, yeah, and a lot of obviously through like different football avenues as well, like different types of training as well, which obviously I'll go into on another podcast. But yeah, I feel like I've through personal experience as well, because I feel like you could read as much as you want in a book. It's about anything really, but it's like on the charts as well. You can learn about Wyckoff, you can learn about imbalances and like institutional order flow and all that kind of stuff, but until you actually like implement it on the charts and you're back testing and you're actually taking your own trades, you're never really gonna train that muscle.
Yeah, it's a whole different ballgame.
Exactly. So it's the same thing with fitness and that kind of industry. Unless you're actually out there doing it yourself, you can't really relate to anybody on a serious level. Yeah. So
because I feel like in everything there's a textbook bit of it, and then there's the application side of it. Like when it comes to like trading by the book and trading by experience is two different things. You gotta mix like the book and the experience together. So like just in the gym, like you gotta think, okay, cool, if I do this or I train this certain type of way, it's gonna cause this to happen. And in a realistic circumstance with all of these different factors, because remember, when you're learning about something, it's not telling you like, oh yeah, if like the context behind it, like in this perfect, it's telling you in a perfect world, if you train like this is like, you know, your end target. But based on like real life of, oh yeah, cool, people live in certain type of ways, their diets are in certain type of ways, you know, that's like no one's taking perfect supplements, they don't have the perfect amount of, you know, vitamin levels and mineral levels in their body. Just like a trader, they're not in the perfect psychology at all times. Like psychology is the main wild card in trading.
It's
just
the
like,
most important thing.
Yeah.
Fact. Well, mindset as a whole is the most important thing for any success, no matter what industry you're in.
Yeah, 100%.
Success, yeah.
Just like psychology is the main factor when it comes to trading. Diet's that same contextual factor when it comes to trading. If your diet is shit, your gains are going to be not as good.
Non-existent.
Just like if your psychology is whacked and your trading, the results are going to be worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's just there's that kind of whole side to it, and I feel like when it comes to Harvey, he's been through the different sides to it, and because of that athletic side of like actual real world application of his muscles needing to be okay, cool, they have to actively be functional. There's a whole different side to it. It's not just like, oh yeah, he's gone gym, got aesthetic, and boom. It's like he's gone gym, gotten big,
pre-season ready as well. Like especially for football, like being fit and then being pre-season fit, like that is a different ballgame. Especially in Poland as well, where like their game isn't like more like technically gifted. They are just absolute dogs. Like they are just animals. I remember my first session in pre-season. When I went there, bear in mind it was like minus 24 degrees. The runs that we were doing were an absolute joke. Like I remember, like if you imagine like a full football picture, you've got a corner flag, the diagonal corner flag. So you're like diagonal corner flag to the other corner flag. You like walk across the goal, diagonal corner flag, walk across the goal, diagonal corner, walk across the goal. You'd be doing that. We do that for like an hour.
11-a-side pitch.
Yeah, for 11-a-side pitch, we're doing that for like an hour. Just straight like sprints, and you had to like make a pace every single time. You had the coach saying 1, 2, 6, 4, 6, like speaking in like Polish, like making sure you had to get there by like 10 seconds. If you didn't, like you got you done it until it got done. So that kind of militant kind of side is good as well. And also going into my kind of like why I kind of decided to call my page like Primal Marine. Everywhere I've kind of gone, I've always been called like the Marine or like Hitman or anything like that, and I want to try and help people become more functional with their bodies. So me and Omar were speaking about it earlier, like there's no point being like as wham as possible, but you can't touch your toes and like you're not moving properly. And let's say you get to like 50 years old, I still want to be able to move how I can move now when I'm 50, if not better, and that should be the goal for everyone. And I feel like, again, it's just down to the right education. Because a lot of people, they just think going gym's enough. They think picking up a barbell and doing 50 curls in a row.
If I think about it, like, people get to like 30, 35, they pick up a box and, my back's gone.
Yeah.
It's like, huh?
It's gone.
That's it, because they got like no flexibility. And you like, fam, think about it. You see all these really big guys in the gym, like you were saying today, it's like, they probably can't move. Like, they probably lack in mobility, like, mad. Because their muscles are all stiff.
Yeah.
Like, you're just working the muscle, but you're not, like, stretching that muscle.
Yeah.
So there's zero flexibility there. Like that's why you have like footballers that Adama Toure is probably the best example.
Yeah.
He's mad, like he's big, but he's fast and agile and he can dribble like mad while maintaining that size. Because there's a certain way of training. And obviously, over the next couple of podcasts, we're gonna be talking about that. We're gonna talk about the yoga, talk about the spinal control, all of that stuff. But
that's proper key.
Yeah.
Like, people mock it and people kind of knock it as well, like yoga, mobility work, all this kind of stuff. Like you need
people
to
look at yoga as girly.
Yeah, I know, because that's just
we gotta tackle that.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do on my page. That's why I post on my story every single day of me doing it in my front room, because I'm trying to just completely just knock down that stereotype.
Normalize it.
That's exactly, you gotta normalize it, because the more people that do it, like I got you doing it, I got Jazz doing it, Akif secretly does it.
Yeah.
I've got people doing it slowly, and
it's cool. We gotta make yoga like going to gym.
Yeah, 100%. Because you should take at least one full day of the week just to do mobility.
Yoga's probably more important than gym, I'd say.
They go hand in hand.
Yeah.
They go hand in hand. I would personally say...
Would you rather... No, let's say you had to choose one. Would you rather be more mobile or be big?
More mobile. Because I know you'll get strong as fuck doing yoga.
Exactly.
Like, if you were to go in to do like a hot pod yoga session for an hour, bro...
Yeah, your core strength. And
your core strength, single leg stability, all that kind of stuff. Like, oh yeah. Especially if you, I'm not gonna get into it now, innit? But this is literally been.
There's so many little rabbit holes. But yeah, like to be honest, other than that, everything, all of these uploads are gonna be coming through the Golden Dynasty's YouTube channel. Obviously, gonna be uploading Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music, all of that stuff through TGD Sounds. And yeah, essentially the whole kind of brand of everything is going to be through TGD Sounds. But make sure you guys are liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing it, all of that good stuff, commenting, engaging, letting us know what you want to like hear next, anything, all of that stuff's welcome, man. And obviously the link to a forum in which you're going to be receiving updates on a podcast when they're going to be released, all of that stuff, and even different types of YouTube videos that's going to be popping, like Harvey's fitness stuff that's going to be popping. There's going to be some mad content loading there, I'm telling you, like workout regimes, diet regimes, like the supplements that he takes, all of those crazy things is going to be loaded on those channels. Then the crypto stuff, the forex stuff, the investing stuff, the mindset stuff, all
events
of those
as well. There's going to be like, if there's like an event, so for instance this Tuesday coming up, there's an event in Camberwell. There's like a crypto event where like Matt Rosa, Curtis Cobain, Ivan Paychecks,
millionaires,
multi-millionaires from overseas are going to be coming down to London for an event in Camberwell, which myself and Omar are obviously going to. And like even like little events like that, we'll be slapping in the forum, letting you guys know. You haven't got to be part of anything. You can just roll through, meet us in person, all this kind of stuff. But yeah, essentially like TGD Hub is going to be like the place where everybody's kind of going to be. Like we're trying to create like a massive family, kind of a massive kind of culture where everybody can kind of just be in the loop, where we're on YouTube, where we're going live on Instagram, if we're doing giveaways, because we've done like a £150 giveaway. When was that? That was like a month ago, isn't it? Yeah, that was like a month ago. And we gave away £150 literally out of our own back pocket to give to somebody, just for a giveaway, innit? Because we were like, it's a crypto giveaway, might as well give back to the people, because there's no point making money and then not giving it to nobody. It doesn't make sense to us. So for instance, like one day we were even saying the other day, we want to do like a £100,000 giveaway.
Yeah, soon.
Imagine
100k giveaway, everyone go crazy, bro. But yeah, that's the goal. Like the giveaway is gonna keep scaling as we're making more, as the podcast is doing well, as all of these different things start generating revenue. You know, it's gonna go towards, you know, giving back to all the followers, giving back to the supporters, all that kind of stuff. Because yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, we got haters too, but you know, the fan base, not the fan base, I ain't got a fan base, but
family,
the following,
it's just the family.
Yeah, like the TGD family, people that supporting TGD, the people that have been.
Because without them, we'd literally just be speaking to a camera right now.
Yeah, literally. Like, without the viewers, then there's nothing there. There might not be a lot of viewers, and not be thousands of tens of thousands, 100,000 yet. But when there is, we're gonna be looking back at this video and we're gonna be loving it. But yeah, hopefully, obviously, as obviously TGD Sounds starts generating revenue, we can start upgrading, get our own space for TGD Sounds, have a proper setup, all of that stuff. Because don't get me wrong, this is literally just the start. But yeah, other than that, I think that's everything that we need to talk about.
I don't really want to give away too much more else about what's going on in the future right now. Yeah, literally. But nah, I feel like this has been good. Obviously, this won't really be how like the normal podcast will be set up. Like we won't just be talking to you guys. Obviously, it will just be a conversation between myself and Omar or the guest, whoever comes on. But yeah, we just thought this would be like a good rundown and a good introductory video, just to kind of just introduce myself, Omar, and what we're going to be talking about. So yeah, guys, obviously take care. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, drop a like, comment, subscribe.
IGs will be down below.
Yep. And
follow up the Instagram. Check out the channel. Subscribe. You know the vibes. But yeah, on that note,
that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Nice.
But yeah, peace out, everyone.
Peace.